Have you ever just looked up at the night sky, or maybe even at the design of a tiny leaf and wondered, is there something more going on here? Well, today we're going to dive into a really powerful perspective on faith, one that says the signs of a creator aren't just out there in the world, but they're also deep inside each of us. So it really all kicks off with this massive question. If there is a creator, where would you even start looking for clues? According to the viewpoint we're exploring, the signs aren't hidden away, not at all. In fact, they're supposed to be everywhere, literally woven into the fabric of everything that exists. And the starting point, the absolute bedrock for this entire way of thinking, is a concept called the omnipotent existence. This is the core belief that everything else we're about to talk about is built on. So, what does that actually mean? Well, it's not just the idea that a god created everything and then, just stepped back. The key word here is ruler. It's this idea of an active presence that's both the starting point of the universe and a continuous, all-powerful force within it. And this presence is defined by two really profound things: unlimited knowledge and unlimited power. Just take a second to think about that. We're talking about a consciousness that doesn't just know everything that's ever happened or will happen, but also has the absolute power to shape reality itself. It's a huge concept. So if a creator has that kind of unlimited power, then it stands to reason that the universe itself should be just packed with evidence of their work, right? And that's the next step on this journey, looking for the signs in the world all around us. And from this perspective, these signs aren't tucked away in some far-off corner of the galaxy. They're everywhere. The evidence is described as being part of the very essence of reality, from the biggest galaxy you can imagine down to the smallest living cell. And just look at the incredible scale we're talking about here. The signs are in the amazing biology of our own bodies, in the quiet way a plant grows, in the huge, silent dance of the planets, and even, it's said, in realms beyond what we can see, called the higher worlds. It's a view that finds meaning in, well, everything, from the microscopic to the cosmic. Now, here's where it gets really interesting, especially when you think about science and faith. This view suggests they aren't enemies. In fact, it says that scientific research, studying all the secrets of the universe, is actually a path towards a deeper faith. The more we learn about how it all works, the more that sense of wonder just grows. Okay, so after looking out at the sheer vastness of the universe, this journey takes a pretty dramatic turn inward. The idea is that some of the most powerful signs of a creator aren't out there in the stars, but are actually waiting to be found inside our own selves. This quote from the Qur'an is basically the bridge that connects those two worlds, the outer and the inner. It confirms, there are signs on the earth, but then it adds this crucial part, as also in your own selves. It's like a direct invitation to shift your focus from out there to in here. And the verse lands with this really powerful question aimed right at us. And it's not just for effect, it's a real challenge. It's asking us to actively start the process of seeing, of actually looking for these signs in our own lives, our own consciousness. Okay, so if these signs are both outside us and inside us, how do we actually connect with them? How does it work? Well, the next part of our journey lays out a specific method, a contemplative path that's designed to turn just looking at things into a real, deep understanding. And it turns out there's a kind of roadmap for this, laid out in another passage from the Qur'an. It's presented as a guide for anyone who's looking for true understanding. It suggests that just passively observing the world isn't quite enough. There's a process to it, a way to think and feel your way to a deeper truth. And this path is broken down into 4 pretty powerful steps. First, you behold creation, which means you don't just glance, you really see the world around you. Next, you carry that awareness with you all day, a kind of constant state of gratitude or mindfulness. The third step is active contemplation, where you really think about the wonders you've seen. And all of that is meant to lead you to this final step, a moment of pure realization, where you conclude, wow, none of this was created for nothing. So what's the end game here? What's the whole point of this journey? We've followed the signs from the cosmos right into our inner selves. We've walked this path of contemplation. So where does it all lead? And the destination, which is so important, isn't an intellectual prize. It's a deeply personal transformation. It's about feeling your love for the Creator grows stronger, experiencing a real sense of closeness, and ultimately feeling yourself being drawn towards what's described as this glorious beauty and immense light. This whole journey really culminates in the feeling described in this final, powerful quote. The goal of all this looking and thinking is to feel that pull, to be drawn to the immense light of God's glorious beauty. And so that brings the whole thing right back around to you. If you were to follow this path of observing and reflecting, what are the wonders in your own life, big or small, that you stop and really contemplate?